10 Most Disturbing True Alaskan Ghost Town Horror Stories. Untold Fears. Intro. Alaska, the last frontier. A land of glaciers, towering mountains, endless nights, and unforgiving cold. It is as breathtaking as it is brutal. Hidden across this vast wilderness are countless ghost towns, remnants of the gold rush, abandoned fishing villages, and mining settlements swallowed by ice and time. But not every town was left behind by chance. Some were abandoned for darker reasons. Tonight, we step into the silence of forgotten Alaska, where whispers travel with the wind, and the dead never truly rest. These are the 10 most disturbing true Alaskan ghost town horror stories. Story 1. The Vanishing of Portlock. Portlock, or Port Chatham, once bustled as a cannery town in the early 1900s. But by 1950, it was completely deserted. Why? Locals spoke of a towering, hairy creature, like Bigfoot, that stalked the forests. Hunters disappeared. Fishermen were found torn apart on the rocks. Families spoke of something banging on their cabins at night. Entire crews refused to work at the cannery, fearing the beast. By 1950, the town collectively fled, leaving homes, school buildings, and boats behind. To this day, no one dares to settle there. Visitors report shadows moving between the trees, guttural growls echoing across the bay, and a constant feeling of being watched. Story 2. Kennicott's Copper Curse. High in the Wrangell Mountains lies Kennicott, once a thriving copper mining town. The mines closed in 1938, and the town froze in time. But the miners who died deep underground were never at peace. Visitors to Kennicott report seeing pale figures with hollow eyes wandering the old mill at night. The sound of pickaxes against stone still echoes through the abandoned shafts. Tourists claim to hear whispered warnings telling them to get out before they, too, are buried beneath the mountain. Story 3. Whispers of Ukivok. On King Island, the ghost town of Ukivok still clings to the cliffs like a skeletal ribcage. Once home to Inupiat people, its houses were abandoned in the 1950s. Those who travel there hear whispers in the wind, voices speaking in the old tongue. Some claim to see ghostly figures climbing the cliffside ladders at dusk. Others report the sound of children laughing among the empty homes. Local elders warn, the ancestors walk here. Do not disturb them. Story 4. The Haunted Lights of Daya. Daya was once a booming gold rush town near Skagway. Now, only a graveyard and moss-covered ruins remain. Visitors say strange orbs of light float among the trees at night, leading travelers off the trail. Those who follow often get lost in the thick wilderness, and some are never found again. Locals believe these lights are the restless souls of stampeders who died along the Chilkat Trail, still searching for gold they never found. Story 5. The Cursed Town of Nick. Old Nick was a thriving trading post before Anchorage rose in its place. Today, the site is a cluster of decaying cabins and graves. Campers report nightmares so vivid they wake up screaming. Many dream of a black figure with glowing eyes that hovers over their bed. Paranormal investigators captured audio of a deep voice growling, "Leave." Some believe the land itself is cursed, stained with blood from violent clashes during the early days of settlement. Story 6. McCarthy's Silent Watchers. Near Kennicott lies McCarthy, still partially inhabited, but forever stained by darkness. In 1983, a man snapped and murdered nearly the entire population in one night. Though the town survived, visitors to the abandoned shacks nearby report seeing shadowy silhouettes in windows, staring silently. Locals call them the Watchers, the spirits of those killed that night, forever trapped in the moment of their deaths. Story 7. The Ghosts of Iditarod. Yes, before it was a race, Iditarod was a booming gold town. When the mines dried up, the people left. But the dead stayed behind. Explorers who've ventured into the crumbling town hall swear they've heard the clinking of glasses, ragtime music, and men laughing, as if the saloon still thrives in another realm. But when they step inside, there is only silence and dust. Footprints in the snow sometimes appear around the ruins, circling endlessly, but never leading in or out. Story 8. Eklutna's Restless Cemetery. Though not fully abandoned, Old Eklutna village is known for its spirit houses, colorful wooden structures built over graves. Visitors report these graves glowing faintly at night, and shadows moving beneath the tiny houses. Some claim to see women in traditional dress wandering silently through the woods, vanishing into the earth. Even locals avoid the cemetery after dark, warning that the spirits here are not always kind. Story 9. The frozen town of Shaktoolik. On Alaska's western coast lies the remnants of old Shaktoolik. The village was moved inland due to storms and rising seas, but the old settlement still stands, battered by ice. Travelers who pass by claim to hear wailing on the wind, cries of children and mothers. Some have even seen figures standing on the ice, waving for help before vanishing. Locals whisper that the sea took many lives here, and the ocean never gave them back. Story 10. The darkness of Aniakchak. Deep in a volcanic crater lies the ruins of small mining outposts around Aniakchak. The volcano itself is eerily silent, but those who camp there report horrific visions. At night, the sound of screaming rises from the crater, human screams mixed with something inhuman. Shadows crawl along the walls of tents. Some campers have fled in the middle of the night, swearing that something with burning eyes was moving through the ash, watching them. Outro. Alaska's ghost towns are more than crumbling wood and forgotten dreams. They are places where time stands still, where history and horror intertwine. Some say the land remembers everything, every scream, every drop of blood, every soul lost to the wilderness. So if you ever find yourself wandering the last frontier, and you stumble upon a ghost town swallowed by snow and silence, listen closely. The dead may not be silent at all. This has been Untold Fears.